Hey, what's going on, guys? In today's video, I had the pleasure to sit down with the second place player from the Canadian Regionals, local player of mine, actually, the homie Zhanax. Shout out to the homie for going out to Canada and getting second place in the regionals. Pretty crazy. He was playing Red Kenshin, so we were talking about the deck, his experience, and all that stuff. Also, this is his second time getting top 16 as well, so really awesome to see. He's an amazing player, really cool dude. And joining us in the call as well were the two friends of his that went out with him, Wedgeman and Isaac. They all went out and played. I believe Isaac placed 20th in the tournament, and Wedgeman placed, I believe, 64th. So they all placed pretty high. In my opinion, if you get top 100 going out to one of these regionals, you did great. You did fantastic. Just going out and participating, you're already doing better than most of us. Funds is one thing, but having the courage and finding the time and getting up and going out and doing it and investing in it is a huge thing. So shout out to you if you're going, but also shout out to these three for not just going, but going out there and competing and placing pretty high. So hopefully you guys enjoy. Really, really fun call, just talking about Red Kenshin, Kenshin in general, the future of Union Arena, best of threes, the experience at the event and stuff like that, changes to the game and the events and stuff like that that they would like to see in the future from their experience. Because this is not just their first regionals that they've gone to as well. So they've got a lot of experience and quite a few thoughts as well, which is really, really cool to see. Because, we need the opinions out there for those of us that are not actually there experiencing the good and the bad. But yeah, appreciate you guys watching. Hopefully you guys enjoy. And once again, shout out to Zhanax, Wedgeman, and Isaac for joining me in the call today. So all three of you guys went out and competed. Talk to me about this.
Yeah. I was not really planning to go, but I was gonna. But I figured out, hang out with the boys for like a weekend. So I was like, all right, let's go to Canada. Fuck around a little bit, maybe
Hell
play
yeah.
the regionals. Yep. So played the regionals. I was like, dude, just let me see your deck list. I'll tweak it around a little bit, and then I'll just do the best I can.
Nice. So did all three of you guys play Red Kenshin?
No,
Oh,
no.
okay.
I played Red Kenshin. EW, that's Wedgeman. He played red as well, and Isaac played I think purple.
I played Wedgeman. I played red because also I'm a meta slave.
No, I mean, listen, bro. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm flying out to Canada, dude, I'm probably just giving into Red Kenshin, bro, and seeing what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I'm trying to win.
Yeah, exactly. I admit it. As much as Attack Titan's looking at me, I'm like, nah, dude, we ain't doing all that.
And also, like, to be completely honest, like, a lot of the deck building decisions for like these kind of decks, like non-control decks, for EW, he makes the deck base, I think, and then we just kind of like iterate on that.
No, that's fair.
So
And I'm
Zan's
pretty,
winning deck list is built on EWs, I think.
okay, nice. Yeah, no, I'm surprised to see, honestly, the variations in the Red Kenshin and stuff. Like, for example, like, starting off the bat here, you have the red Megumi in there. What were your thoughts on having her in there?
I started off with the base standard red Kenshin, like, just all Kenshin. I think we had because in the end we figured out we had 2 extra slots to mess around with, but at the beginning it was 3 of the 2-drop Kenshin and 3 of the 4/2 Kenshin.
Mm-hmm.
But it just felt too much, so we copied the regional winner from, I think it was Vegas.
Oh, maybe
Who won?
LA, the last one.
LA.
Or LA,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah,
not
I
Vegas.
got you, I got you.
And we liked the Yahiko because we were able to get that early aggression with killing, and it was an active trigger, and it was a 2K. And in all honesty, the Kaoru draw, like, we felt like we don't really need the filter because
Mm-hmm.
everything we draw into was kind of good, and the only searcher we need was the 1-drop Kenshin. And so we dropped the Kaorus because we just didn't need it. So we had those 2 slots to play around with. And the Megami just felt good because it was a consistent 2 energy gen you could get. It was an active trigger, and it had either a buff, which it can come in useful as opposed to the early game 0-drop buffs, because a lot of times you just burn them and they do nothing.
True.
And then the other text where you can just add a card is really nice because you can either add pitch fodder, you can add a raid body, or you can add a searcher again to search out for your
Yeah, that's a
Kenshin.
good point. If you're really not finding your raids, this is another way to just make
Exactly.
sure you're refiltering. Yeah, not a bad idea, actually. Did that ever come
So-
up in any games?
Yes,
did.
for me it did. Zan, what about you?
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
It's just mainly for. It's not even for the red Kenshin bodies. I didn't really have a problem running out of the bodies. It was just that, like, sometimes I'm not seeing the raid I want. I'd rather have like sometimes the push raid versus the double attack.
Mhm.
So getting that searcher back is actually
That's crazy.
pretty
I didn't
crucial.
think about that. Not even not even just a small body, but you're researching for the right Kenshin. That's really smart, actually.
Yeah, so that's why I always prefer to first raid on top of a searcher if I can, just so I can have that searcher in trash if I ever need to like bring it back.
Ah, smart.
I
So
think the iteration over it too was the thought that like, what did Kenshin lose in the move to US, right? And as we mentioned with the Yahiko, that Yahiko pretty much is just a step Yahiko, right? In the Kenshin mirror, you actually want to start that Yahiko, right? Because you want to be able to kill the thing. You don't want to have that like push effect early game because they'll just
Yeah, it
move the
feels
Kenshin
useless at
back.
times. Yeah.
Exactly. So that's why the Yahiko is super important early game. And it basically takes the presence of that 2-drop fake zero that got banned from Japan. It's your
Okay.
step early, and yeah.
No, that's fair. Yeah, so the 0 Yahiko, I'm assuming he's gonna go once the 2 comes, the one you're talking about with Step.
Oh God, I hope the 2 never comes.
comes, yeah,
Dude, he's
it'll be
coming
a
at some
while.
point. He'll come event. They'll pop him in like that Red Asta, you know.
Yeah, going over it, I feel like they banned the wrong card. They should have banned that 2-drop Karu instead of that Yahiko.
Oh, the
Because
Protector. Double
yeah,
energy
because
gens.
dude, just 2 energy gen, you just
Yeah.
slap it down and it's instantly 2 energy gen is just broken.
It is nice,
That
yeah.
If Dan had probably seen that card during the finals versus Roy, that card makes like the Roy matchup unplayable for Roy, right? Because if they target with Riza, they have to pitch. If they have to target with Roy, they have to pitch as well.
True.
So like the only way you have to do it is special. It's still you have to pitch a card, and
Or
Roy
if
never
you want to
likes
kill
pitching
it,
cards unless they need to.
Right,
Yeah.
right. No, that's
Yeah.
very valid. Yeah, no, in the Roy matchup, that can be a really disgusting card for sure for that extra pressure. And again, like you said, the double energy gen on a 2 cost, dude, is just so nice. I haven't played too much Red Kenshin because I'm not trying to like hard play the meta, but I did play the Edward Brothers deck, and that it has a card like this, the what's her name?
The Winry.
Yeah, the Winry, and that card's just like once I felt the value of that, I was like, dude, 2 cost energy gen, double energy gens are gross.
I played EW in like a testing, and I literally cleared his entire board except 1 double attacker. Hit a special last fight. I was like, I have 3 bodies. Everything's good. 2 Kaurus in the back. Draw special. Tap to draw special. I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
Lose off double attacker.
no, and I had a restand too, so I just triple
Oh,
special.
wow.
Just everything
Like,
I needed.
This
But-
so and then Bryce or Isaac went with Saito because I'll basically he likes control deck. So Isaac, like, give your thoughts on it.
I guess so. My official opinion about Union is that you want to minimize the randomness,
Mhm.
right? And what's the inherent randomness? It's like what comes out of life, right? Like a special, active, raid, stuff like that, right?
Yeah, the RG
And
you
if
can't
you-
control, right?
Yes, exactly. And if you remove board, you kind of minimize the randomness there. So I prefer Saito. I think the snipe from the energy line is so annoying for people to deal with, right? Like you can't get special out of life. Like Kurapika, what you like drop 2 Kurapika, the first one hits the special, you just
Oh yeah, the
literally
worst.
auto-concede. Yeah,
Auto
auto concede that
concede.
match. Yeah, but with Saito, right, you dodge the active, you dodge the special, right, and it's just such a unique mechanic.
Mhm.
And basically, Saito and Red Kenshin have such a strong end game because with Kenshin it's the double attack or the push rate that literally just negates nullify impact pretty much. And then with Saito, it's like if you ever go to 2 or 1, you're dead to Saito because they have impact. They have snipe impact for game, like regardless.
Oh
of
yeah,
like, how they play
right.
it.
The end game is
'Cause
very gross on that.
The end
yeah.
game is just gross as hell. I legitimately think I think if Red Kenshin gets hit in any way, Saito is like crazy. I watched incredible amounts of misplays with Saito, dude. Like people did not know how to swing. There's a person next to me, who was playing Saito into Red Kenshin, and they had game like 3 times over, but they misswung.
That's
Like
crazy. Like yeah, no,
Yeah.
because it's true. In Union Arena, all it takes is that one little like misplay. You should have done this instead of
Yeah.
that, and you just snowballed
just
into a terrible turn.
you just fold. You just fold.
Yeah, you're like, if you just did this first, it would have been so different. But yeah, no, that's crazy. And it's funny you mentioned that because I'm so curious how many people are taking Kenshin to these regionals and stuff when like they aren't even looking into the decks too much. They just know their meta, you know. And from
My
your guys'
God.
perspective, was there a ton of Kenshin, or do you think there was a nice little split between other IPs?
4 red mirrors.
Oh yeah, no, I
There
did
was-
see that. Yeah.
There was a lot of Kenshin. One guy who had just played. He joined the tournament because he was doing bad in Gundam. Got red Kenshin, and what did he get? Fourth.
He got fourth. He
No,
played
he
Zan in
didn't.
like the second
Yeah.
to last round. Yeah.
And he told you his like main thing was like he just kind of dropped from
Nah, he,
Gundam.
he,
Yeah.
he legitimately was like, "Hey, I bricked in Gundam," so I was like, "Screw it, man! I'm just gonna come over to UA and play Red
No.
Kenshin."
Yeah, and he said he played like what
I
2
believe
games
it.
before ever. Like
That's crazy. And he got
it's
fourth.
such an easy deck, yes. And
That's
the skill gap
crazy.
right now is pretty large,
Uh-huh.
I'd say, because a lot of the top players were top players at previous regionals.
Yeah, no, I've been
So-
noticing that. I think that says something for sure.
Yeah, there's definitely a fairly large skill gap right now. Who knows if it'll close? Who knows if it'll get wider? But
But if you're not understanding
is-
how to take life, if you're not understanding when to push up, like super simple things, you're gonna throw games. It's very simple.
yes,
Yeah, that's very true. Okay, so that's interesting. So yeah, so you think that like there literally might be players out there who could be winning if they were just making the right plays, essentially.
yes,
True. And you're seeing skillful players at the top for a reason.
yeah. Like, I mean, it needs to be a best of 3 format because a lot of it is luck. Like, just some things you can't do. And that makes it where it'd be a more skillful test because if you can win 2 out of the 3 games, well then, I mean, yeah, it could come down to luck still, but
Oh, yeah.
chances are you're just a
Well,
good
these
player as
these
well.
regionals I think have already shown that we really do need it. For example, I think the first ever Gen Con, I heard the Toshiro bricked in the finals straight up. Literally,
Really?
yeah, I heard the Toshiro just had 3 turns of no zeros. And then
Okay.
they streamed the LA regionals, and we literally watched on stream the, I think it was a pretty popular Renji Rush deck with like 14 zeros, 8 ones, didn't see a zero bricked on stream. Like, it's pretty obvious we need
Yeah.
best of 3 in this.
Like what happened in Japan, where basically the guy got all the way through regionals, all the way through Nats, went to like the worlds, not worlds, but like, and then went all the way up into finals and then Brick didn't play a card and just lost. It's
Yeah,
like, cool.
that's
Yeah.
crazy. So they've just been doing best of ones in Japan as well.
No, yes. Yes,
yeah.
they only do best of ones, which is unfortunate because, well, the thing is, like, so Digi originally was best of 1, Digimon, and it turned into best of 3. I think Union has the luxury of being so quick a game that best of 3 really isn't like if you do one piece best of 3, you might as well like book 3 days for the venue. But
Oh, I see
you
what you're
know.
saying. No, yeah. Best of 3 will inevitably lead to longer games, no doubt, right? Because I
Yeah.
believe the 8-9 rounds are already taking all day, essentially, right?
yeah, but with
Like-
Union, it's fairly quick, so hopefully,
No, I think this is a game where we could try it for sure. Like,
Yeah,
so do you guys think it'd be weird to only make it for like the top like the top contenders in the regionals? Like, do you think if they do best of 3, they have to do it for every player for the entire thing, or do you think they could just do best of
Like
3 for
top
like
cut?
the semifinals? Yeah, top cut. Is that a
Um,
thing?
I would prefer all games personally.
I think
I've
that's
talked to a lot
fair.
of people, and a large consensus is best of 3s because number one, the bricking thing. But I like the mulligan rule how it is because
Mhm.
I like the fact it punishes very greedy deck lists.
Yeah.
because
You do need to run
if-
the right zeros.
Exactly. If they changed it, you could run unless they could figure out a way to do it without changing this fact. But if you run a really greedy deck list, you're not going to go 8 rounds without bricking. So
Yeah, no, because realistically, you could build a deck with 8 zeros. You could go to locals and win. Honestly, you could. But
Yeah.
I'd like to see
Yeah.
you run 8 rounds with those 8 zeros and see what happens. Yeah, I agree.
exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah. No, so I think there's a balancing factor to it, and that's what I think. Yeah, everyone's mindset with the mulligan rule is like, let's not make something where we abuse it and now zeros are almost useless or something.
exactly.
But maybe we're making a step in the right direction with bricking with like those 2 costs that would count as a 0 too. That's kind of helping a little as well.
yes. So as far as the best of 3, yeah, it just got to be best of 3.
Now, I
like,
did hear that they're going to be doing that for nationals. Have you guys heard anything about that?
we have not.
Okay. Yeah, I haven't heard. I've just
Um,
heard talk about it. I don't know about confirmation.
It'll because right now we're technically in like season 1 of like UA Championship Series. I feel like the change will only take place if it does after Nats and World.
Okay.
So like only time will tell. We can only hope.
Yeah, we can only hope. Yeah, hopefully Bandai's listening. We'll see. We'll see. So then, so let me pull up the match list here. So let's see. So with the purple Saito, you said you got top 20 with that one.
Yeah, I literally placed 20th.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, that sucks. So what was your loss? What did
No,
you go up against?
so actually, I bubbled into Nats because there's like 6 pass downs. Because Zan already got one at Gen Con. There's like a couple other like one at Gen Con. Yeah, I wrote it all out in like I wrote it all out. But I think I actually let me look at it. Round 1 was just a Saito mirror. Round 2 was Mustang. Round 3, I saw only one red Kenshin all day. I lost
Really?
to that Kenshin.
Oh,
Yeah,
man.
the dude, his life was insane. Like first life was color, second life was special, and then he saw like 3 AP restands, and then he had like the double attack Kenshin with the kill Kenshin, and then I only got him down to like 4 life, but like the last 4 life I saw it was push, color, and then something else, and I was
Oh,
like, what?
dude,
I'm
you're
just like
there's
that's
just
like.
no way.
It's cooked. It's cooked. Yeah. Round 4, I played Tornado Blizzard, so that hellish
Oh yeah.
Blizzard, the sisters, which is like one of my favorite decks. So
That
I
deck
actually
goes
knew how to
crazy.
play against it. Yeah, I knew how to play against it. I'd say he did pop. I also saw 2 specials in life, but I mean 3 snipe will
Hey,
kill you.
listen, we all get them, right? We all get them.
Yeah. I think round 5 I played another Saito mirror. The Saito mirror really comes down to do you have the 6-drop to answer their 6-drop when they drop it? I saw like 1 6-drop and 0 4-drop, so I hard lost that
Oh
matchup.
Pack it up,
no.
buddy.
At
Put the
that
prize
point,
in the
bro, he
bag.
just gambled better. He just gambled better.
I know, bro. I was like, this is so cooked. Round 6, Green Bleach, really easy matchup for Saito. The thing I think about Saito that's nice is that a lot of the matchups are super easy outside of red. Like they're just like you bully people off the board, right?
Right.
Like it's just so easy. Yeah. But basically, he put up the Kenpachi raid. I just double snipe into it. He has, and then like because green has no hand size recovery, like and no searching or stuff like that, it's just
Yeah,
impossible.
you
for
start
him to get
wiping his
back.
board
Yeah.
out and he doesn't get
Yeah.
the 6 or more or whatever that he wants. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. And then I think round 7, another Saito mirror. My life was 3 specials and 2 4-drop raids. So I was not losing it. I didn't see the 2 specials later on down the line or the other 4-drop, but I mean, he didn't see like the 2 energy
Doesn't
gem
matter.
to get to 6. Yeah, it didn't matter. He didn't see 6 until like 3rd turn. It's way too late in Saito. And then round 8, Mustang. I think Mustang's actually a really easy matchup for Saito because essentially what you do is you make them commit the Mustang into Riza, and then you just either drop like 6 drop into special or double 6 drop, and then they just lose both their front
Yeah,
board,
and
which
your
is
removal is less costly than their removal.
best
At the end
cost.
of the
Yes,
day.
exactly. I don't have to pitch. Yeah, I mean it didn't help. He hit life 4-drop, hit life again 4-drop. I was like,
Oh
cool.
yeah, dude. At that
Yeah.
point, right? At that point.
Yeah. He's like, I was like, all
And
right.
that's another
you're
thing that's
cooked,
cool
man.
about that deck. Even though you do have like this 6 cost double energy, like you're trying to get all the energy gen up and stuff, you have so many 4 costs that come out and just put in work, dude. It's such a good deck.
Yes, there's a reason I play that 4-1 Saito starter deck one at 4 because it's just a body they have to deal with at some point.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
Oh yeah, for sure.
yeah.
No, I agree. That's a good one. That's a good
Yeah.
call.
I think like I like the 4-2 Kenshin that spits out a Saito is like that's a good card, right? Because it's essentially a 4-1 that comes inactive. But the problem is that if you play red, it's a dead brick. You get it out of life, it's a dead brick. You're always behind versus red, right?
Well, yeah,
Like,
especially when red is getting what they want and they're rushing you as much as
Exactly.
they are. It's just like, bro, give me some breathing room.
Please, yeah, you have no
Please,
time to
one
drop the
turn.
4-2.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, so you just can't do it. But,
Hey, but-
honestly, best card in the deck is the 2 energy Saito. That card being able to move
Oh yeah.
cards up and down, it's an insane
Dude,
card.
yeah, there's a
but
card in Kaiju that does that, and I'm just like, this is fucking awesome.
yeah, the Bako,
yeah, dude, the Bako. Dude, there's actually, I think the Hoshino deck also has one as well, now that I think about it. It's going to be pretty gross, dude. But yeah, it's such a great card. I'm ramping up and I'm pushing up one of my cards. Yeah, it's such a good card.
Exactly.
But dude, top
Yeah,
20,
well-
dude, that's fucking awesome though, bro. I'm sorry you just missed it, but still, that's
No,
you
I got
you
in.
got the.
I got in.
Yeah, he didn't get the prizing.
I see what
but he
you're
got the
saying.
match
So,
invite.
so
got the
essentially,
match.
because you got the invite already, Zan, they push it down to the next person.
Yes, there's
Yeah,
6
and
of
there's
us
six.
that repeat it.
Okay, I get it now. I
Bro,
get it.
actually,
That's sick. I'm
Check
glad
your
they did that.
Bandai app, Isaac, because you might have gotten it now.
It's.
Hey, well then,
But-
congratulations, bro. Going to nationals. Let's freaking go, man.
I know. I'm gonna go to Vegas and waste all my money.
Oh no.
On Union Arena.
On Union Arena.
Of course, only Union
The
Arena.
right way to
Nothing
gamble.
else. What else is there to do in Vegas besides Union Arena?
And then Wedgeman, what
yeah.
did you end up with?
6-2. First match, I started. I think I had a restand in hand. Everything else was 4, and then I had a 0 and the 1-drop searcher. Looking back, I should have kept. I mulliganed, bricked. Didn't play. So first round lost from due to brick, which sucked because the guy I played, no offense to him, but you could tell he wasn't the greatest player.
Gotcha.
We played for fun after. I was able to win that, and like also his score afterwards, he got 3 wins, and then I don't know if he dropped or not, but he only got
Oh.
3 wins, so it's 3-5.
So that game could have changed, yeah. Oh, if only, dude, if
Yeah.
only. So you had a
But
0,
then-
but you mulliganed it?
Yeah, I had a 0 and then a 1-drop searcher. I mulliganed it because I was like, I can't ramp to 3 though, but I
Mhm.
could have searched it. But looking back, I should have kept it. But at the same time, me and Isaac or Bryce, we played for fun during like, the lunch break. I had the same starting hand essentially, all 4s and the 0 and a 1-drop. I kept it that time. I played it, and the searcher didn't hit anything, and I still bricked.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's a tough call either way. I agree.
it is what it is. Game 2, I don't remember. Oh, it was Toshiro. I went against Toshiro Kenpachi. I was able to win that because right now it's just not good until binder set.
Mhm.
So it was there wasn't much I remember.
That deck looks
It
like
was-
it's about to get crazy though with that binder set. There's so
Yes.
much support.
Yeah, it'll be scary.
Yeah.
I think they were able to get their Kenpachi out full power. Their life had I think a few 2 actives and then draws and then there was nothing. Game after that, I don't really remember too much. I think, yeah, I'm not good with the. I need to
Oh
start
no,
writing
dude! I
it.
wouldn't expect you to remember every single match. What were some that stood out to you the most?
Lancelot. So I won, and then I kept playing, and I got up to a Lancelot on round 6.
That's got to be pretty
And
free for Kenshin, right?
yes, however, they won the die roll, got to choose second, and I was like, okay. And they had the Lancelot AP, so I'm like, they're probably playing Lancelot. And then first turn I bricked. I couldn't. I had to spend a draw first turn, so I was scared as hell. I was like, oh no, that's not looking good. They play 0-0. My turn. I drew. I was able to play 2 cards, and then it goes their turn. They start Nunnally Cecile, like almost perfect
The
ramp. And
perfect
I'm like,
ramp, yeah.
yeah, I'm like, I'm scared. And then I was able to get it though. They're like, I did hit a special on my life, so I was able to get rid of their air cavalry, which they
Oh,
did get
nice.
out. But they still had a 6 drop out, which was scary. But I mean, I can throw up chump blockers for that,
Right.
and I was able to get it.
Did the
game after,
did the pushback against Lancelot really pressure them, like force them to remove some
yes,
stuff?
yes, actually, I was
Yeah.
able to get them to remove 2 different 2 energy gems
Oh
because
yeah,
I
dude,
pushed
that's so
back
big.
a Cornelia Gluckester, and I pushed back. I forgot what else I pushed back, but it was something else.
Yeah, I think
And
Lancelot had their time to shine, and then Kenshin dropped.
Yeah, Kenshin was just like, no, you
no,
can't do
you're
anything
not
anymore.
building up 8, dude. Sorry.
I actually used my special to push instead of bottom deck because
That's fair.
the way I was thinking about it was there's more valuable stuff on the energy line than there is on the front line, so
Yeah.
you gotta remove it.
The chance. Yeah, you have to force them to spend an action point to re get a double energy gen out or whatever.
Exactly. Then the next round was Saito. That one, I mean, they won fair. It did suck though. I put up 2 Kenshin, 2 drops up front. You know, just something they would either have to deal with or just ignore. And then they just double specialed, and I was just so far behind on tempo from that because 2 bodies gone. I just couldn't keep up, and they got the win. Fair enough. And then the game after that, somebody was playing Purple Saito, and they bricked and didn't play a card.
Oh no.
And yeah, and then they
Best of 3s, Bandai. You heard it here first.
Yeah.
You need it so bad.
so
Especially when people are making this investment and stuff and traveling and whatnot. Like it'd be nice. It'd be nice.
Exactly, because you don't want to like you're like, oh, I'm gonna go to Canada. I'm gonna spend like a grand on, which is no small amount of money to just like, play a card game. And it's like, cool, I didn't even get to play because I bricked.
And
whatever.
UA's, not even giving you the chance. Hopefully they change that.
And then Zan, did you go over your matchups or not yet?
I sent him the list.
Oh yeah. So
Alright.
So dude, Zan. So you went undefeated. I'm assuming up until the last one, right?
Yeah, up until
Dude.
the last one.
So real quick before the last one, dude, that's crazy. You went up against 4 mirrors in a row. It was just red Kenshins.
Yeah. So I mean, first round, Renji Rush he bricked.
Oh no.
So it didn't matter.
Dude, and I bet he had that build where they have like 8 ones and it just doesn't matter, dude.
Yeah, it just doesn't matter. Yep. Second matchup was Yellow Saitama. He didn't see it. He didn't see the Saitama until
I was right
turn
next
four,
to him.
turn
I
five.
was right next to him. I look at
And-
his hand. Zan has push, double attack. He restate.
Oh,
I'm
no,
like, this
dude.
guy's
Just
like,
cooked.
it's
Yeah,
like,
it
all
just
right.
doesn't matter because if he bottom decks the king to restand the sides mode, we just push it back. So,
Literally, yeah.
so it didn't matter. Third match, I think I played Saito. Except I think he made a huge blunder at the end there where he didn't realize that my push rates had impact. So he just took a hit from my color trigger. I told him right there, I'm like, man, I hope you hit that active. He's like, why? I'm like, dude, it's double impact.
Oh, dude, no.
He
How-
lost off that.
Not knowing a card is one thing, but not realizing it has impact, that's pretty wild, dude.
Yeah, so unlucky for him there.
Yeah,
And
unlucky,
then
I guess.
After that is just red mirrors all the way.
That's wild. Were there anything stood out from those matches? Like any advice for red mirrors?
No, they were mostly the same, man.
Zan and I have this joke where if you go to hell, you just play 5 hours of Red Kenshin.
Just red Kenshin pushback
because
battles.
essentially, like the opinion is that Red Kenshin comes down to like two things, right? It comes down to like, is your life just absolutely more insane than theirs? Like
course.
right. And then two, can you see that kill rate in conjunction with the double attacker, so you can make sure their stuff dies? Like you gotta see like
4-2.
Yeah, you got to see the 4-2 in the mirror. But yeah, the deck is just like the mirror match. I told Zen the reason I didn't play Saito is because that red mirror is just so frustrating to play against. Because a lot of the matchups when you lose don't come down. Like if you watch Zen's like 6th match on stream, yeah.
Oh, did you have another one? I
7th
didn't
round.
get to watch the whole live. I'll have to go back and check it out.
Zen, explain
Yeah.
what happened 7th round. By the way, the guy put an
Oh.
insane board.
Yeah, he had some AP restand, so he was able to get off his 4-2, use the effect so everything kills, and then raid up 2 more double attackers. So his board was 1 impact raid, 1 and 3 double attackers, one of which was raided on the 4-2, and everything killed. 7 swings.
Jeez.
He swung 2 of the. So you want to swing. So with the double attacks, obviously, you want to swing all of them one time.
Right, don't use a single target twice. Yeah.
Right. So he did that with 2 of them. Problem with this was he well, first one he hit a double attack rate. I didn't rate off that. I probably could have and just kept it in the back, have energy.
But it was smart you didn't.
Yeah, and then the second one he hit the push rate.
Oh,
So
dude,
I was like,
the best thing in life for Kenshin.
Yep. And I saw it on his face. He knew that instantly lost him game. He knew right there and then he lost. He literally went. He's like, oh, yeah, I was like, yep, that's it.
He was
'Cause I
pretty
pushed
low
it
in
back.
life, I'm guessing.
Oh yeah, dude. He had like 2 or 3 left. I don't remember. But then I just pushed back the 1 double attacker that hasn't swung yet.
Dude.
And then it's just.
So he did swing in the wrong order, is what you're saying he should have done.
No, he swung. No. He only got through. He had 3 double attackers.
Oh,
So
okay,
he only-
gotcha.
So he only got through 2 of them.
Oh, I see what you're saying. I misunderstood. There wasn't 2. There was 3 double attackers. Oh my
3 double
god,
attackers.
dude. That's
he only got
crazy.
through 2 of them. Yep. And
So
the
that
third one I
was
pushed back.
huge on your dude. Yeah, that raid out of life is disgusting, bro. It's so
Yep.
good.
It's absolutely
raid-
massive.
Basically, the raid basically negates any deck that also wants to play any high energy variant. So if you're playing Lancey, you're playing Kurapika, you're playing like maybe Toguro Brothers in the nuke. You basically, Kenshin says you can't play those kind of decks because my special pushes and my pushes if I really want to. And then like the fact that the special bottom decks is actually broken.
It's so gross.
Yeah.
Like, why
It's
did they do
so
that?
gross. Yeah. I get it because he's not killing, but
I know, bro. This is a
Lancelot
little
mixes
much.
its sideline effect. Like that matchup is unwinnable. For
Yeah,
him.
dude, it's he got the whole package, and then I'm surprised like how much draw power is stacked into this deck, dude. It's pretty wild when you look at all the cards. It's pretty crazy. So that's crazy. So the red mirror, dude, so you did win it, obviously, then because of that raid. That's crazy,
Yes, because
bro.
of the push rate.
The push
His next turn, the last turn, he had 3 impacts, and then you put the double attacker up, right?
Yeah. I had 3 impacts because I had 2 impacts on board already with the 4-2. And I realized I am 100% just going to go down to 1 life here because I'm not going to make it to the turn after this one, so I have to win next turn.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So I was like, I will block with the 4-2. It's fine. And I don't think the cast, because one of my friends told me to go watch the stream
Uh-huh.
afterwards because I don't think the casters knew that this guy had enough AP restands to do his 4-2 and then raid on top of it.
Oh.
Because they were like, bro, I don't understand why he didn't just raid and go up and get a free block and come back. I was like, no, everything kills on this front line. I'm cooked if I do that, and I won't have energy for another raid. It just
Yeah, you're not trying to brick yourself here, you know.
yeah, exactly. So yeah, but after that, it was just it was 3 impacts on board.
That's
And
great.
then I
That's
rated-
awesome.
And then I raided one more double attack just to be sure.
Just in case, yeah. And then
Just
like
in case.
with that previous turn, you clear up an attacking slot too on their end. That's so nice, dude.
Yeah,
Light work, six attacks into like what, 2 bodies? Just
Two
Yeah,
bodies,
it's
fun.
just GG. You're nothing's helping you, buddy. Sorry.
yeah, it just didn't matter.
That's sick.
Especially since his energy line was already full, so I didn't even care about the 4-2 dying.
Oh yeah,
You know
no,
what I
at
mean?
that point, literally, yeah. No, that's so
Yeah,
cool,
so-
bro. That's dope. I didn't know you had that game on stream as well. I'm gonna have to go check that one out. That's so cool.
Yeah, that's the round 7 one, and
Hell
then
yeah.
obviously you saw the finals. He saw 4 Roy raids. threw one-
Dude.
He literally threw one away because he didn't need it. He saw 3 Riza raids. He saw 3 Riza raids, only rated 1 because he didn't need the third one, threw it away. Saw 3 specials, used 2, again, threw the third one away.
God. And then obviously just Mustangs lined up at the
Mustang
end. And then on
lined up.
your end, I was trying to remember the entire match. How many raids did you see on your end?
Not many.
Not
So
many.
what happened? Yeah, what happened was so they deck check you, right? But then when they deck check you,
They
you
ratio it
put
out.
everything in order.
I heard
Yeah.
about this, dude. Yeah.
And then so I sat there shuffling for years, and so did he. But it didn't matter because when I hit his life, I gave him 3 raids out of life.
Yeah.
I mean, he wasn't able to like.
Dude.
It
He wasn't
doesn't
able to
matter.
raid on all of them, but like, yeah,
Yeah.
it was
That's
literally just like.
I heard about that. That's really frustrating. And I don't know if you guys play other TCGs, but is that normal, like regionals?
I don't
know.
play
I
any other
don't.
TCG.
Yeah, I don't play other TCGs.
Okay.
This is
All
our
I know
first
is that
one.
even if you even if you ratio out and then shuffle a bunch, it doesn't matter. You need to play the deck for it to be shuffled somewhat actually random. Like that's my opinion on it.
No, I
because-
agree. I've traumatized myself sometimes before locals
Like, you-
checking my deck, and I'm like, "Well,
Yeah.
God, it's not shuffling right now."
I've checked my deck. I've built a deck and then shuffled. I'm not even joking, for like 20 minutes.
Mhm.
Just like overhand shuffle. In like I don't know what it's called, but basically putting the cards, weaving them, pile shuffling
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
yeah.
Like all of these, keep on doing it. Still, all the cards are coming together.
They're just still
It's like,
stuck. Yeah.
It doesn't work.
It's wild. No, but that's so annoying. And they do that every game, or was that just like for the finals?
They did it to me
3 times?
3 times.
Okay, so it's not every game, but man, right before the
Actually, no,
freaking finals.
twice. They did it to me twice. Once, after, yeah, they did it to me random deck check one time, but at that time I pile shuffled 8 times because it was after a round and I had time. And then, but the finals they did it to where it was just I was immediately having to play.
Yeah,
So I
right,
sat
right,
there, I was like,
oh yeah,
I was
no,
like,
I'm
I
sure
just
they were
pile
just waiting for you, and you're like, bro, you just ruined my deck. Wait.
yeah, but I mean, you know, either way, if you don't see it, you just don't see it. So I just lose. I'm like,
Yeah,
"Alright, cool."
yeah, no, fair game. But I mean, yeah, either way, it is what it is. And again, this is just at the end of the day one of those situations where would have been nice to have a best of 3. I'm sure you wouldn't have complained about a best of 3 in that situation, right?
No, definitely not.
So hopefully,
Although
Bad
Mustang-
Eye does that for us.
Mustang's pretty good into red. I can't lie.
Mustang's not bad if they see the Mustang and it's able to stay on. So basically, the way I think about it is Red Kenshin only struggle like your deck in order to combat with Red Kenshin has to have removal on a body.
Yes.
It has to be like relatively low energy. Saito gets around that by having like a lot of ways to kind of skirt around that and then free plays and 6 is not bad. But like Lancey's removal you can't. Like you have to play basically like Roy, Bleach, like CG or like Saito.
Yep.
And the problem is, yeah, the if you can't remove their like first 2 bodies, like tensions, you just instantly get snowballed.
Yeah, no,
If you let
that's
the
fair.
double attacker or the impact just stay on board turn after turn, you're just like you might as well just hand them your deck and
Yeah.
fucking exit the venue, dog.
And then like vice versa, like if Kenshin can't remove the Mustangs off the board and all they can do is just push them
Yes.
back, that's kind of gonna help the Mustangs. 'Cause they
Yeah,
stay alive.
Kenshin. Yeah, Mustang does not care. Mustang's
Yeah,
just
that's
like,
true.
cool.
That's true.
Exactly. So
No,
yeah,
I like the
I'd
matchup
say-
for sure. I think it's a pretty I think they can both pop off against each other for sure. What other, did you guys have any other decks you were considering before going out there, especially you, Zan, since this was sort of last second? Or was it just red Kenshin for sure?
No, it was either red or purple, I guess.
Okay.
And I was like, okay, well, I enjoy purple a bit more. But then I was like, man, how hard do I want to think for this regionals? I already have the invite. Do I really care about this?
Yeah.
He messaged me before your flight, right? Because he had his flight was during decklist submission, like
right.
deadline. So he was before the flight during his layover, like, what do I play? And I think Isaac was on a jog or something, and I'm like, he's like, I don't want to think too much. And I'm just like, dude, just run red Kenshin. You already got your Nats invite. Doesn't matter. Just run red Kenshin.
Just run red Kenshin, bro. Just
That's it all the way up to second, bro.
The thing
no
is,
talent,
you're showing
no
up.
skill.
That's what matters. That's awesome, dude.
And then, yeah, I mean, I'd say 50% of all of the decks were Saito or red Kenshin.
Mm-hmm.
And then, I mean, other than that, it was Lancelot, Roy, Bleach. I saw a fair amount of Toshiro. There was a rogue Asta player.
I saw a yellow Bambietta's got 18th. I gotta mention that. That's pretty crazy.
Really?
Bro. Yeah,
I
yellow
watched
Bambietta's.
That guy play.
Yeah, pretty wild. And I'm
There's
not
also
gonna
a
lie,
Green Saitama player.
that's sick. I love that. I'm very curious if this is a game where those sleeper decks that people don't know shit about show up and win, not just because they're good, but people actually don't know what they're playing against, like yellow Bambi, for example.
I don't think they knew, because I remember when we threw our first big tourney, yellow Bambiettas won it over squad because they didn't know to kill the 4-2. They were killing like the 4-drop because they were like impact. Like I was like, what? But I watched the Green Saitama player win his last round to get like 24th or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
He was playing blue Aoshi. He was playing against blue Aoshi Shinomori. Yeah, that was their fight.
Aoshi got that high up?
Aoshi was that high up.
I believe in Aoshi if it's seeing what it wants.
Yeah, and he played against them, and essentially just one turn. If Aoshi had a single final in life, he would have won. But cleared entire front board, dropped 15-1. Swung, pray to God. Like the 7 life
Went
doesn't
for the
contain
7.
anything.
No,
Went for the 7.
Dude, you pilot Saitama, bro? It's got some crazy builds right now. I believe in that deck too.
Yeah. I was thinking about bringing... So in relation to the question you were asking,
yeah.
Hey, which decks were you thinking of bringing? I think realistically you have like a pretty narrow pool coming into it. Because you have to scheme around red Kenshin, and basically you have to removal on a raid is how I think about it, or your deck has to go turbo fast.
True.
But not a lot of decks can go faster than red. I love Squad to death. That's the deck I piloted for Gen Con. That's the deck Zan piloted for all three of us piloted for Gen Con. Zan,
Gotcha.
That's how he got its invite. But that deck's a little too slow, and it doesn't have draw power, and it's just worse than Renji Rush at some point because it's a little too reactive compared to like some other decks. Was thinking about playing Green
bodies.
Was thinking about playing Green Saitama, but dude, the push to the energy line, you just lose so hard to red. It's insane.
Yeah,
like,
no, definitely. And again, like if you're getting outsped with Green Saitama, like you need a little breathing room with that deck, at least a little.
Exactly. Yeah, and the thing is, like that deck, if you're gonna win against red Kenshin, you got to see 4 of the Silver Fang like immediately.
Yeah,
and like you can't rely on that every single time.
No,
you can't be like, oh, I'm just gonna see those in hand.
That would have been a risk. No, I think taking purple or red Kenshin was definitely the best play for sure. Saito or Kenshin.
Yeah. I think Saito actually, the reason I didn't like red is red kind of relies a little bit on life and a little bit like I never like the speedy decks. And then Saito, snipe is such a strong keyword, right? Like the TT player that I played like 5th round, he had the terrible tornado that prevents Hellish Blizzards from being selected by character abilities or triggers. And yes, and we had to get a judge called over because I was like, Saito snipe does not choose Sniper Blizzard.
Targeting.
Right, it just switches target attack, right? And like that's the whole thing. I think Saito just has it's like every matchup is winnable simply because your snipe is so powerful, which is why I think I ended up taking it. Like I get around the annoying protection effects, I get around almost every single thing. It's strong removal.
You can rush back to in certain situations, right? With like your shove up, your 2 AP Kenshin with the free play.
Yeah, and then they have like it's really nice that you have your 1-drop searcher. You have the 4-drop raid, which is just an absolute house of a card. Can't be blocked by 2K nullify impact searches 5 for a card. Like insanity. Like,
what are your thoughts on the what is it? The play style of bouncing your sniper back to hand with your color trigger? Have you done that?
I have done that multiple times. I do that with the 4-1 draw card when it's rested. But okay, here's the problem: is that if you're ahead, you can do that. But if you're already ahead, bro, you can do whatever you want.
You can do whatever you want.
You'll still win. Yeah.
So if you're falling behind, that will be a little risky.
it's a little risky because the problem is you just lose that 4K body. And honestly, like only do that if I know I'm gonna get game next turn with the 6/1. It's basically saying you got to deal with me this turn. But against Red Kenshin, you can't afford to do that. Yeah, because every blocker that you remove from your board, Kenshin basically just licks its lips, bro.
Dude, it's wild. Yeah, especially once they set up those double attacks and shit. It's crazy.
Yeah, exactly. So like Red Kenshin is just you can't do that most of the time, but I do see people doing that a lot. So
Hell
yeah.
And then Zan, any changes to the deck after playing this Red Kenshin build, or any three of you? Because I know you guys kind of collaborated on this build.
To be honest, I didn't find myself ever running out of red bodies, but maybe that's just because I didn't play Purple Saito as much, and it was mostly just red mirrors. So the only thing I would change is maybe drop another 0-drop fucking Kenshin for the cow.
The 3K one.
Oh, yeah, get rid of one of him.
Yeah,
the no trigger.
Yeah, the step is too good. Can't get rid of him.
Oh yeah.
Yep, and obviously, I mean, just the no trigger. Just
Yeah.
I mean, if you know you're not going to play like a heavy removal deck, like low key, like you can run 50 triggers with that deck.
Yeah. Oh no, literally, bro. It's pretty nuts. It's pretty nuts. What about the event cards? What are you guys' thoughts on the two different event cards? The no trigger that you can trash, and the one that gets you like 3 draws.
It's
Essentially.
Sakamoto and Hiiten Mitsurugi. So
Yeah.
Hiiten Mitsurugi to me is I think I was talking about this with a lot of people. It's a win more card. It's a win more. Yeah, you're already like if you're like technically like so essentially like the way they think about it is Hiiten Mitsurugi allows your deck to be 46 cards if you play 4 of it because you just trash it and you draw through the deck. But the problem is like your deck's already insanely consistent and fast. And like I guess at the end on 2 energy you can rest stuff, but it's just a win more card.
Yeah.
The no trigger is brutal out of life.
That's why I hate that card.
Yeah. And then for Sakamoto, the problem is that again, event cards that don't put a body on the field really are really like using an AP on an event card.
You don't think it's worth it, that action point?
Yeah, because like technically the only one you want to do it on is the double attacker, realistically.
Yeah, for sure.
But again, another win more card.
But you're at the point where it's like I'd rather use that action point on a body, basically.
Yeah, exactly.
I've always thought that like the event card has to be godly if you're not putting a body out for that action point. It really has to be good. Same with sight cards. You know what I mean? Like it sucks not being able to push that thing up later.
Exactly. Like I think that was one problem with Squad. Squad, like the sight is so at the end, like you only have like 2. You want to have 2 palace, right? So you only have like 2 board spaces to put your like
keep
body.
Stuff safe. Yeah.
Yeah. So
we actually considered in deck building for red Akabeko for more search.
Oh yeah, that sight card, right?
The problem again is its triggers get, which like who cares, bro? And
then I see it get triggered out of life. I'm licking my lips.
Yeah, especially on a tight. Like,
not when you're praying for a special and you got 1 life after.
4/2 is like whatever, okay, but the sight, and then on top of that, dude. Okay, the point is being aggressive with the deck. You can't push up a sight. It's so annoying.
Oh, dude,
you can't.
It's the worst.
Like, so
when you play Red Kenshin and they get 4 get triggers out of life, oof,
my God,
life is good.
Oh crap, they got a hand now.
That's why our only differences in between me and Zan's deck was the 2-drop Kaoru and 2-drop Kenshin. I played 3/3 split.
Oh yeah, right. You just didn't run the Kaoru, yeah.
Zan played 4 of the Kaoru, 2 of the Kenshin 2-drop, and then he dropped 1 of the zeros for a draw trash Kaoru.
Yeah, fair.
For the trigger. For me, I was like I was maybe it's my playstyle, I'm playing wrong, who knows? All I know is I found myself running out of Kenshin raid bodies. So that's why I did the deck list the way I did it, where I dropped 1 of the Kaorus and I play all 4.
More consistency in getting your raids off, essentially.
Yeah, so just preference changes. Not really huge things, but just preference mainly. Funnily enough, though, I think in the last game, the final round, I think, Zan, didn't you see 2 of your 3 non-triggers in life?
Yeah, not great.
Oh yeah, dude. Yeah, right. On top of everything, life just not helping you.
Yep. 3 non-triggers.
Yeah, his life
in my
was
deck.
horrendous.
Oh, and they were the 3 non-triggers, is what you're saying.
Yeah. So he only runs 3 non-triggers if you exclude the finals, and he saw 2 of them, the 0-drop 3K, in life, and it's like, bro.
The thing is, like, that's the reason why I consider dropping more of the 0-drop, like, non-triggers for, like, other cards with, like, either draw trigger or whatever, or the Kaoru, is because, especially since I'm teching in the Megumi now, worst case scenario.
Very smart. You're cutting something that you can just get back later. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
That's true. That's true. That's a good point. No, I like the builds though, man. I'm gonna definitely keep this Megumi in mind. Again, like you said, being able to research that Kenshin in the worst situations, you're just able to go through your deck again and try to get those raids. That could be really big.
Yeah,
And
even just going hand. Sorry.
I was just gonna
Even
say
just-
it's nice you don't have to trash for her. It's so nice.
Exactly. Or even just going hand positive a little bit so you can fucking pitch fodder. Just
Oh yeah, pitch fodder. True.
because you can go pretty hand negative and then you're just doing nothing, just dead turns. So
Very
obviously you want to try to play where you don't do that, like play smart. But sometimes you're like, ooh, I could attack again, so you just pitch your hand.
Oh, that makes me think of something, Zan, especially because you saw 4 red mirrors. Did you notice any people forgetting to draw off of any points? Because there's a few cards in this deck where people miss the
himself
draw.
comes back.
I did that.
You did?
In
Like
both
twice.
of his
No.
last two games, he pitched. Both games he pitched to stand the car active, and then just didn't
Didn't
draw.
do it.
Oh,
Didn't do it.
okay. All right. Hey, man.
I did it one turn and then I was like, I literally knocked on the table because I was furious. I realized right after the turn.
And you
I was
passed
like,
already, yeah.
yeah, I passed already. I'm like, okay.
Okay.
Next turn I'm drawing.
Because okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that, but you're not alone. Because I also heard people were forgetting about the 4-2 AP, not just in his when played, but in the active main. Like people don't read their cards, bro.
People didn't know. Dude, everybody skipped it, the draw card.
Yeah,
and
if
then
you
get
do
it.
draw a card and gain, yeah.
Yeah, and I remember every time or not every time, but a lot of times I do it. People are like, "Wait, it draws you a card." I'm like, "Yeah, it draws you a card as well." So
Draws
the
you a
fact
card.
because people would missequence, they would raid first and then do it. No, draw your card first, see what you get, then do it because you can get a restand.
Yeah.
You could
If,
go
if
off.
you're watching this and you've wondered about going to regionals, but you feel like you're a bad player, if you read your cards, you're already better than half the people there.
Yeah,
Yep. Oh god.
Literally. So just show up. If you know your deck, you're already doing better. Because it's crazy how some people, like, they might even, like, play UA, but they just gave in to Red Kenshin, and now they don't know half the deck that well, and they forget. Especially on top of all that, they're under pressure, playing in a big tournament, et cetera, et cetera. It's interesting for sure.
so it's. Yeah, I mean, I've thought about with this deck. I really like the Sanosuke deck. It's bad, but I like it. He's my favorite character in Rurouni.
I've had some fun with the deck.
I've thought about putting in the color trigger Yahiko over the color trigger Kenshin, which is so dumb. But like, dude, that Yahiko isn't bad.
I know.
Because being
I've
able
used
to-
him in my games. He's nuts.
Yeah, being able to stand something active, like you could just throw anything up there, and it's
Well,
like,
and
sure,
with
now
the
you gotta deal with
Sanosuke
it.
build, there's also the that one card that restands a rested Sanosuke, so you can essentially play 2 rested cards and have them active
Yes.
that turn with other
Yes.
cards. It's crazy, dude. It's not a bad
I'm
deck.
looking into a Sanosuke mix right now with Kenshin. We'll
Yeah,
have to see
you
how
know
that
what?
goes.
I played one of the homies, and he did a mix with Sanosuke and the raid
Push?
pushback. Yeah.
Yep.
And on top of that, you get to more choose what's going to get killed by the force block Sanosuke, you know?
Yes, exactly.
I think it's got some potential.
So yeah,
be
but
fun.
the one thing they hear me complain about all the time, I hate that the Yahiko is not printed instead of pair band or whatever, because that's supposed to go with the Sanosuke structure.
Yeah.
So since that got banned, it made it worse. I'm like,
No, I know when they cut that was my first thought. I'm like, this has nothing to do with Kenshin, I think.
yes, it was literally just because players were putting it in Kenshin.
But
'cause they're
people
like,
did it,
"Ooh."
yeah, so Sanosuke
Yeah.
suffered. That's hilarious, dude.
But
Hopefully we get
I
it
mean-
soon. I could see him doing it like the Asta, like they just drop him in like
Yes.
a whatever
mean,
it is, participation.
first, I feel like the next cards they'd unban would probably be the Rukia 0-drop because
Oh, that one too.
the meta's speeding up. And then honestly, they might unpair ban the
UG.
yes, the UG.
Yup. Yeah, we've got
Still
some
not good
changes
enough.
that would change up the meta a little bit too, for sure.
Yes. So
On top of
only
that,
time will tell.
I believe that ban also not does it just not it makes the UG playable, but it also nerfs the Sukuna because you can only run 2 starter decks if it's doing what they do in Japan.
Yes.
So that could be
Yes.
interesting, bro.
Yes. I mean, I'd prefer it because, dude, Sukuna, you run out of raid bodies. That are,
Yeah.
Because like you don't want to raid over your 2 energy gen, and those are your 2 energy gen or UG.
Yup. On top of finding fingers, bro. Like, y'all take it.
Yeah. So
But hell yeah. So you guys are we got 2 or 3 of you going out to Vegas. Are any of you going to Florida for regionals? The last one.
I may be still up in the air.
Okay. Okay. Are
so
you
it's a-
considering Kenshin if you do, or what are you thinking right now?
Well, it'll probably it'd probably be Kenshin still.
Mm-hmm.
Nats, we're all like, ooh, who knows? That's up for us to deal
Yeah,
with
don't
later.
spill the tea just yet, but you do
Yeah.
think you might be shifting the gears a little bit for Nats?
Yeah, we'll see. Or we could just play Gojo. Who knows? But
Gojo.
Wow.
What?
Our
Yeah.
strongest
that's
sorcerer.
for modern day.
Bringing back the 6-drop.
Yeah. So we'll see. We'll see.
All right, hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah.
Zen and I are not going to Florida because we already got the Nats
Yeah.
qualifier.
No, fair
They
enough.
only went with the Canada. Isaac didn't even want to go. Like really, he was like, "Sure, since you want to go, I'll go." Because I mean, he didn't care that much about the Nats invite, but I was like, "I want to get one," and so I mean, we went, and he was the one that ended up getting it.
There you go.
And then Dan got second. Like, bro, what?
Dude, that's
So that was-
crazy.
Yeah, it was
Hey,
insane.
Well, if you go to Florida, bro, good luck. Hopefully it goes well for you,
Thank
man.
you.
And then so no changes on the decks. All right, what about Kaiju and Yu Yu? Are you guys looking at any decks from those sets?
I mean, I went to that Kaiju release event yesterday. I built a deck on the sim. My God, it doesn't feel good right now.
Which one? Which
He played
one?
Mina.
Yellow Mina, and I think it's like the best one too, low key.
I think Green Kaiju looks disgusting,
Green Kaiju
bro.
does look
I've
quite
been
good.
loving it, bro. I've been using the 8 cost that goes down to a 6. He's so fun, dude.
Oh yeah.
Locking stuff on their energy line. It's a good deck.
Yeah,
I-
the way I think about so in between here and Nats comes a couple of sets, right? Nikkei, none of the decks are good. We know that.
Yeah, I've
They're
heard.
Yeah,
it's a
that-
collector set. It's a money
that's
set.
that's a set for a different reason. Then we have DS. Okay, Kaiju. Let's talk about Kaiju and Yu Yu. Kaiju, I personally think, since all the decks are not like Kaiju, basically has 2 colors, right? You have the yellow Minabako, and then you have the yellow 3-drop like Rush Out deck, and then green you have Shoshiro or you have Kaiju. I think Kaiju and Mina are probably the best of those 2, but I
Yeah.
don't think they can compete. And then Yu Yu. I just think Yu Yu's a little slow. I think the 8-1's the house. I like the Toguro, but some of the non-triggers in Yu Yu
Yeah,
are
there's
just like
quite
brutal.
a few non-triggers, bro. It
Yes.
shows the age of the set, I feel like. Especially compared to Kaiju. It's kind of wild.
Yeah, on like the little raid bodies, right? So now how they do it is they adjust the BP, right? If you have a 1-drop searcher, it's going to be like 1,500 if it searches, and it's just going to be a draw trigger instead of the 1-drop 2K that has no trigger, right?
Yeah.
So that's like
And
the
I think
whole
we
thing
can all
about
agree
that.
we take a trigger.
Yeah, we take a trigger any day of the week. But yeah,
Right.
Nikkei, nothing's good coming out of that. DS has some interesting things in Muzan, I think, is like the real big deck out of there that wins set 2. And they have the Swordsmith. But in between here and now, I just think SAO, releases like 2 insane decks in green and purple. So that's
you think those are gonna stand out?
Oh, Snipe is always a go. And Sign-On's other 6-1 raid that she gets that just draws a card, spits out a 3 cost or less for free is insanity.
And that deck's
I
already
think.
missing. It's like almost there, you know. It's just missing
Yes.
something.
It's just missing like a little bit of damage and a little bit of like
I think what kills
like,
that deck is the search Kirito, bro. The fact that you can't grab a Kirito. It's like, what
Kirito?
am I doing
Yeah.
right now?
that Kirito just is like, oh, okay, 7
All
drop,
right,
bye
bottom
bye,
deck,
like,
bye.
to the bottom, yeah. But I think like in between here and now, the biggest sets that I'm worried for are I know Eva is doing numbers in
I'm hearing
Japan.
that,
So
dude,
many
yeah.
pairs. There's gonna be just card bans. They're not gonna print like half the set.
And
Oh,
they're
they're banning
doing-
stuff already? Damn.
Nobody
Well,
knows.
nobody
We
knows.
don't know.
But, like,
Okay,
considering it's meta in Japan right now, we're cooked, bro. We're cooked.
Bro, like
No.
the problem is that like the thing is like Eva comes out and they did the same thing with like the Roy Mustang, right? Eva comes out like the week early, maybe like 2 weeks
Yeah.
before Nats.
That's
so like
weird.
having to basically like if you have a deck set for Nats and then Eva comes out, and I know that Eva like 4 of like the 5 decks or 6 decks or I think 5 of the 6 decks are like tier 1 to 1.5. And the only deck that isn't good is that non-trigger deck because it's a non-trigger deck.
Yeah, that's such a weird one, dude. Playing with
yeah.
playing with no triggers is
With no triggers.
the thing, yeah.
Yeah, Nikkei also has one absolute dog water.
Fuck that,
like,
dude, no.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think they're gonna
And
make it legal for nationals? Have they confirmed that? Because that is really weird. That would be wild.
if
dude.
it's released before Nats, it's always gonna be legal for Nats. And I think like having to scheme around that is brutal because
I think that's
we
messed
have a
up, yeah.
yeah we have a friend that
gonna
went
be
to
card
Japan and he played Purple Eva, and Purple Eva basically raids a 5K, and this 5K basically spits out a like 5 costs and above for free from the hand.
Oh man.
So like the deck
On
can-
raid, that's crazy.
and it comes inactive. So
Yeah.
you're talking like, and then the deck can basically generate like 4K or 5K attacks in like 1 turn.
Damn.
So yeah, I don't know. Zan and I and EW will test. Me as Zan said, just game plan for me. I'll execute. That's
There
the
you go,
quote
there you go.
always.
I
Yeah.
don't want to actually have to think.
Just tell me what the game plan is. Walk me through.
Tell me
it.
what the game plan is. Yeah, just give me the deck. I'll
Give me the
execute.
deck,
is
I
what he's
got you.
saying.
Show the
Yeah.
I'm
blueprints.
genuinely, excuse me. I expect like 2 cards from each color to be banned when it comes to NA for now. Like that,
Dang.
like I'm not even gonna lie, that might be a little getting too much, but considering in the current Japan meta, it is that
Dominating,
good.
yeah.
Like
With their sets that are already better than ours, yeah.
exactly.
Yeah. That's
Good.
crazy.
I hate Kenshin. So.
No, let's shut it down. Whatever shuts down Kenshin, let's do it.
I mean, it's insane because Kenshin is technically tier 1.5.
It still
Oh, I
is.
know. Yeah.
Well, no, it's still tier 1, no?
Nope, it's 1.5
Oh,
in
it
Japan.
dropped
Oh, did
Eva?
it pushed it down? Jeez, bro.
Like,
Yeah, that's gonna be brutal if they make it legal for nationals. Just everyone scrambling to learn this set all of a
It's
sudden.
gonna be
And
Get on
buy
it
it
now,
too, bro.
And
You
buy
know,
it.
like,
The price
the
is.
Kenshin was $30
Yeah, I
just the
remember.
SR, right? It's like brutal. Just to build that deck is insanity.
I'm really
Like,
curious if they'll do it though, just because like the gold cards end with Nikkei, so it's like cycle wise it makes sense to not allow it. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens.
Yeah.
I think it would be healthy to not allow Eva. All these regionals
Yeah.
based around all these other decks and stuff, and then all of it gets shut down the week before Nats because of a new set. That's crazy, bro.
yeah, no, if Eva releases and we have to combat with Eva, it's gonna be really, really hard because Eva's just so good.
I think it would be
I
dumb
think
of them to
it's
do
gonna
that.
be winner.
I think it'd be smart to not allow Eva, honestly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm more curious about SAO Set 2 comes out right in next year, and that set, like for some reason, Bandai really loves SAO. I think it's because like one of their best selling IPs. Dude, every single deck in that set becomes insanely viable. I think, like, I'm actually like and
I was hearing
I know
the
that-
new color is going to be really gross.
yes, purple, the song
yeah.
trait. Apparently, you can map your deck because you cycle through it so fast.
Oh,
Pretty
jeez.
much. And then I'm curious how they'll actually like do that because they banned like one of the songs in Japan or they limited one of the copies to one.
Oh shit.
And then and then green obviously is insane because you have the snipe, but then blue gets the double attacker, yellow gets like the actual they get a decent Kirito.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yellow, which is already is like people like have their eyes on, it's gonna get even better. I think yellow's gonna replenish life. I heard. I was hearing
really?
something about that. I don't know if that's true.
I know there's a Kirito.
Yes,
I think
it
it's
is. You're right. You're right.
Aliva, I
basically-
believe.
She strips her raid body and puts it in life, or she strips
Yeah.
her raid and puts it in
That's
life. Yeah.
Do
crazy.
you shuffle life afterwards? What's the ruling on
Oh,
that?
yeah. No. It stays face up.
I
So the
haven't
person
dived
is
into
swinging
it
into
much,
life.
but yeah, but it triggers too, right?
Yeah, it still triggers. Like if they hit it, it
You
still
get
triggers.
a raid trigger, bro. That's crazy, and you're getting a life again. That's crazy. But this is in the deck. Keep in mind where you're taking your own life throughout the match. Right.
Okay.
Yeah,
So I think
yeah.
that's-
So that's why the deck
the
sucks right
idea.
now. That's why everyone counted it out right now, because all it does is take your own life, and you're benefiting from being at 3 or 2.
Yeah, essentially you're just saying, hey, I'm gonna go down to 3, and if you see like
And
a
pray.
snipe impact, I just auto lose. Like I can't. play the
But
game
otherwise,
anymore.
I'm popping off, yeah. But now it's
Yeah.
going to be able to regen life, yeah. That'll be interesting. I'm hearing a lot about SAO for sure. But again,
I'm
if it does
interested in-
drop with Eva, they're either both going to be legal or they're either both not going to be legal for sure because of the same time.
I feel they'll be legal. I just feel Evo will ban
Man, those
like
prices,
just
bro.
either not print cards or they'll just pair ban.
Yeah,
and
for
then-
sure. Balance it more.
I mean, I know it sucks, but the other yellow structure, not goddess, but like the three of them, the Integrity Knights.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just curious about because it seems I like those decks where it's like you need all 3 of them.
Oh,
to
yeah, and you're
power
getting
up.
the card with 2 names on
Yu-Gi-Oh,
it.
Kirito,
Yeah, that's going to change a lot. Just one body with 2 names, yeah, that helps a lot.
yeah. So that's interesting. I like
Yeah, for
that
sure.
idea.
No, I'm excited to see what all the sets do for sure. Demon Slayer as well. That's another thing too. I think Demon Slayer releases right after regionals, so Nikkei will be legal for it, but not
No,
Demon
it's
Slayer
before.
Volume 2. Oh, is it before?
Or Florida regionals?
Yeah, Florida regionals. Yeah,
it's after. Yeah, it's
right,
after.
right. So that one will only be in nationals or not. Essentially, that'll be a funny set.
The 3-on-3 format we haven't gotten to do yet. We hope it's at Vegas because that would be fun.
Yeah, it was only in
Oh,
Dallas.
I know. I heard it got canceled in
Yeah.
LA or
And it got-
something.
It
Or
did.
Dallas?
then-
Did it get canceled in Dallas? One of the places it got
No,
canceled.
I think
I don't
Dallas
think
did fire.
I think
but...
Dallas was fine. But I hope they do it again because that sounds really fun. It is, to be fair, hard to coordinate. So I feel like they need to do it where if there are teams without the full amount of 3, they just like random queue and like fucking like
And it was like
playing a battle royale or something.
And like I believe I heard your team of 3 players have to have the same IP, right?
No,
different,
it's actually
different.
you have to have different.
Oh, they have to be
IPs.
Yeah.
different IPs, and then you guys kind of just go play games sort of like normal. I'm sure they have a bracket system, and then your
Yep.
points get added towards the end.
Yep. Well, it's basically turning it into a best of 3, but between 3 people. So you need 2 of your team members to win.
Okay, and then they like randomly match you with other people. Obviously,
Yep.
the other 3s. Yeah, that sounds fun as hell, dude.
It does sound really fun, but again, I think the problem with it is it's hard to coordinate that
Yeah.
because not a lot of people are able to do that. So they need to implement it where you can run it with your full like team, but they need to make it where if your team doesn't have enough players, they pair you with, let's say you only have 2 people, they'll pair you with somebody who doesn't have a team at all. So then you have your 3.
Oh, that's smart. Yeah,
Um,
there's got to be some people who are walking into the event who are just solo.
Exactly.
Yeah, they want to try
that
it.
way they can
That's a good idea.
fire because otherwise it's hard to fire because you got to coordinate all that.
Yeah, no, that's true. Yeah, no, I'm hoping. I mean, I heard Dallas was a bit of a mess, dude. So I'm hoping Bandai
It was
sort of
horrible.
gets it together, bro. And-
It was horrible.
Yeah,
Don't
dude.
even get me started.
And
man.
it's crazy because the LA. I mean, I don't know who really hosted it, but I know Eggman Events did a lot of the streaming and stuff. And same with Canada, bro. Like the streams are really fun to watch and shit. Meanwhile, Bandai, I watched 2 Union streams, and then 4 hours go by, and they're like, "Oh yeah, finals bricked. They didn't even show it." I'm like, "Wait, what do you mean? We didn't get to watch it?" It was
Dude,
so
it's-
dumb, bro.
Yeah, I mean, this Canada event, there were some things that we were very annoyed with how they handled.
Oh yeah, that's something I was going to ask you about. How did the whole event and process go? What do you have to mention on that? I don't even
Okay,
know
so-
who ran it. It was Carta Magica. That was the company or something.
Yeah, but also
Wait,
PlayStation was there.
EW, let me speak the positive before EW.
Yes, I'm
I want to
a
hear
very
both.
negative
You want to hear
person.
both?
Yes.
So first off, Canada was beautiful. Zen and I went around Canada after we dropped off EW for the airport, and then got rained out and couldn't fly out. But Canada is great. The scene there, I think they actually have a better union. Like all the stores carry union. Like all
Oh,
the stores
shit.
we went to carry union. The prices are cheap. People were friendly. I think that's something to be said. The
Nice.
vendors, they only had 2 vendors in the hall, right? It was like the hoster and then one other, but they always had union for sale, and it was really nice. They had like new stock coming in and new stock going out, which is something that you don't necessarily see in the US, at least in
Oh, there's some stores
Illinois.
out here who don't even care about Union. They just slap it
Yeah,
on the shelf. Yeah,
Exactly, yeah. And and they don't sell singles at all. Like they don't even
that too.
entertain
Yeah.
that, which really does suck. But yeah, I'd say that the venue was decent. It was just a hall to play in. I think the people were great. We met a lot of quality people. We owe a lot of drinks to people at Vegas. And
Nice.
Yeah, that was really fun. I think like
Oh, I don't worry about that.
yeah. Whoa. Don't
I'll
tell
buy
me.
my own
Underage
drinks.
of drinking. Yeah.
This is water, officer.
This is
I
water
swear.
officer.
Yeah, but this was a really, I'd say this was for me, this felt a little bit for me, and also we started things on time and pretty organized, I'd say. I definitely felt less drained than playing Gen Con, I'd say.
Nice.
Gen Con was exhausting, but
We
yeah,
were there for
Canada.
longer.
Because this
Yeah.
was just the card game, right? This wasn't like
Yes,
part
exactly.
of the whole con.
Part of a whole convention, so there's not a lot there. It was pretty cool.
That sounds
I'd say.
that sounds chill versus walking through an ocean of people who are there for
people
all kinds
just
of
to
other
get to the
shit.
stadium.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but okay, and then the EW can take it away.
And then there's always some
Okay.
cons.
So, what the hell? Basically, so first day we got there for the side event. It was kind of hard to find, but like that's whatever. We're in a different country and signage and stuff. So, because everything was basically in French.
Oh, true.
But then we found where to get there. We got in line for the side event. We made it for the 32 players to sign in for it. Like we were in that 32. So like cool, and we were able to make it in. We make it in. Turns out they fired another side event with less people, so it's easier to win.
Oh my god, yeah. So basically, what
Oh.
happened is the people that lost in the first side event dropped
Also, just
from
dropped
the first side
and went
event
to the
and
second
went to
one.
the second one.
Oh,
So
damn.
it screwed pairings. Also, on the website, I swear it said that they'd only give out participation pricing after the start of the 3rd round. They just gave it out at the beginning. So I
Oh,
don't
so
know
it
what-
was more motivating to just drop.
Yeah.
I got you.
Okay, that's another thing with these events. I desperately feel they need to do for you to get your participation. They give it out at the end of the 8 rounds, and you need to have played all 8 rounds.
That's very
because
fair.
because people just drop. It tanks everybody's like win percentages and stuff. And
Oh,
it
I've
makes it really
experienced it at
annoying.
locals, bro. Yeah, and it's infuriating there. I can't imagine in a scene like this where you're playing for real shit, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So that's something I feel I need to do when it comes to that. But when
That's a good point.
going back to the event, it was so annoying because there was only like I think 16 people originally in that second pod, and it's like cool, they get an easier time to win. But then also because it started later than the first pod, people that lost in the first pod of the first round, they just dropped, went to the second one.
Yeah.
So it tanked people in the first pod's win percentage stuff. And then also, cool, they get a second chance and they're incentivized
true. They're just
to
going
lose
trying
out
again,
earlier. Yeah. So that was very annoying. Then there was something with the prizing, which was dumb. Basically, so Isaac got second or third, right?
Yes, third in the side event.
And
first
they gave the first place their prizing. Okay. They give second place their prizing. And they're like, okay, we need all top 8 to come up here for the sleeves that you get. And they start, and basically, so she shuffles them to
It's
give them
supposed to
out
be random. Yeah.
It's supposed to be random.
Oh,
So she
okay.
shuffles them face up so you can see what you're getting.
Oh my gosh, because they're
And
different
then
IPs,
just-
right, on the sleeves.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And so she shuffles them and then doesn't do the thing where you spread out, like, you know how you spread it out, pick a card, any card, that type of thing. And no, she just grabs one off the top, hands it. And some dude in 7th came up and said, "Oh, I got 7th," and just took it. And, it was like, no, it should go to Isaac. Isaac gets to get it first because he's third. So
Third,
got
yeah,
there
yeah.
second. Yeah. And then he's also like, okay, well, also you should probably shuffle it
Face down.
not
please.
face down.
Yeah. If you
And
want to
then-
actually
you don't
make it
get-
random, yeah.
Yeah, and then do the money spread thing, so you could pick which one out of random, you know. And they didn't do that, and so he was like trying to say like you're kind of doing it wrong, and then so the person got fed up and was like, okay, here you go, here's the one you
They
want. or
did,
whatever.
I felt like a Karen, but the same like
But
I,
just
I,
the
Oh,
same
was-
time-
no, dude, no.
I was like, bro,
Yeah.
like this is not random at all. Like, and like I was like, this is. And then like the worst part was that after like I basically was like, hey, like we should shuffle it face down and then I'll pick it from random. Now that's okay with me. And then the 8th place player was like, I want SAO, and then they just took it. I was like, what?
Jeez. You're like, what
She was
is
like,
happening
okay,
right
sure. I was like, alrighty, bro.
now? Jesus,
So,
dude. No,
yeah.
I would have been very frustrated, bro. Especially after like doing as good as he did. 3rd place is not easy to get, dude. Is in a side
Yeah,
event.
so luckily he did get the one he wanted, but that was infuriating.
Yeah,
Well, it's now with Zan. It's in Zan's possession.
Yeah. Well, you get what I mean. Like you both because they share their stuff.
Oh, I got you. I got you.
Then
Exposed.
So then the main event. So on the website it said, I think word for word was, we will host with until a maximum of 7 rounds or until there is an undefeated. So yes, so basically Zan at the end of the 7th round was first.
We thought
and
he won.
We asked a judge. We said, well, it says maximum of 7, but there's also
Oh,
blah, blah,
okay.
blah. So how are they going to handle this? And he said to us, there is a hard cap of 7 rounds.
What? And you just can't play anymore?
And then they
Yeah,
pushed the
no.
8th round.
They pushed the 8th. So
And
we
we
thought
heard so
Zan
many-
won.
Yeah.
And we were celebrating, and then the
Oh
8th round
my
got pushed.
God.
And then
And
we
the thing
heard
is-
other people
yeah.
like
This was
be
for
like,
the actual
"What?"
regionals, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Right, right.
We heard other people being like, wait, what? There's like we heard various people being like upset with this.
Yeah, you guys were not the only ones, yeah.
Yeah, so also, if we would have preferred that round not be pushed and Zan won, but it was pushed, and because of that, I placed top 32, and Bryce got the invite. But we both have come to the agreement we would trade that for Zan getting first.
Oh,
Like,
dude, all day. Yeah, for sure.
I wish Zan's downfall. Screw that guy.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Very good. Very good.
but there was that, and like I said, we asked a judge, and it's like, okay, if you don't know, that's fine, but don't fucking say this. If you
No,
don't
I know. It's so bad when it's like
And
you're
then-
being misled, yeah.
Yes, the website says or until there's undefeated, but you can also interpret that as because they put maximum of 7 or until undefeated, you can interpret that as, okay, if there's an undefeated at 6th round, then they end it, but there's a maximum of 7. Because what's the fucking point of putting a maximum of 7 rounds if there's not a maximum?
If there's
of
not a
7 rounds?
maximum of 7, yeah.
Exactly. So you should just put or until there's undefeated. So that was very annoying. And then we don't know how they came to the decision to do the 8th round unless they already came into that like with the mindset we're going till undefeated. But then what the fuck is the point of saying there's a maximum of 7 rounds?
Yeah, no. What was the point in that?
Just
Yeah,
don't put that
literally.
in there. Just don't put that in there. Just say until there's undefeated. Because if you put that in there, it leads to the logic of if there's an undefeated at round 6 or 5, okay, then it ends. But there's a maximum of 7. So that is so annoying. And actually, in the Bandai app, I can still check it. Zan's like opponent's opponent's match percentage or whatever
Uh-huh.
is still higher than the guy that's in first.
Oh,
Like,
my
even after the
gosh,
8th round.
dude, that's so
So-
dumb.
It is so annoying because we celebrated early, which that's bad on us. I probably was the one that instigated it the most. But
But how
it's-
are you supposed to know? Yeah.
Yeah, we were literally told too. Like, nope, they're going to last.
Yeah.
And
And it's just all lost in communication, all kinds of different people organizing the event and stuff. That's so frustrating.
Every time I was the only one that went to Dallas. It seems like anything that's Bandai related, communication and just like intelligence just doesn't exist. Like, I don't know how else to put it.
No, I think what it is like they have too many different people in charge of too many different things, and like it just gets lost in translation, and then it comes down to the point of like who's actually the person who's keeping an eye on all this and making sure it's
who's
going
doing
smooth.
this decision making.
Yeah, and then there's so many people to point fingers at each other. It's like, okay, so no one's to blame. Nice.
I think it came down to the head judge's decision in Canada, and like I feel like it's like, bro, what? Because also, like I said, we heard like when they pushed that round. We heard other people and like this big crowd of people being like, "What?" Like you could hear people like discontent.
Literally, yeah. So like I said, I've been in this same situation like at locals in a very, very like way less setting, obviously, because we're playing for like nothing compared. But people are still obviously frustrated because we're like not understanding that there's still another round, and we thought it was over and stuff like that, and you're already in the mindset that you're checking out. You know what I mean? So. Yeah, no, that's really messed up. Especially because you read it and you saw it officially as what you thought it was going to be.
Yeah, we literally asked, and he's like, "Yep, maximum 7, hard cap."
Yeah.
So going by that logic, it was hard cap of 7 with if there's an undefeated earlier, then it ends there. But that really made me annoyed.
Well, no,
let's be real. Zan just didn't win. What a fucking loser.
Come on,
bro.
Zan.
No,
You gotta just see your rage, bro.
Deck checks, I can understand too. Like, bro,
You should have cut his deck better, dude.
Yeah, I didn't cut his deck.
Yeah, Zan and I never cut.
You don't?
We never cut. Zan and I never cut. Because it's like, yeah, whatever, bro. You shuffle it. If you cheat, bro, you deserve it. Bro.
Yeah, if you know how to cheat shuffling, dude, let's link up after this.
I cut because like it's not a big deal to me. I just don't choose life. Like I just go top down for life.
Yeah. I'm always torn on that, dude. Whenever I do switch it up, I regret it, so I just go top down on life.
Exactly. It's not gonna matter choosing life until like Sakamoto Days comes out or SAO2 with the top up.
Oh yeah, with that, yeah.
Because those you can see stuff like their face up.
Yeah. You can avoid it and stuff like that. True. Save it for the last life. You know it's a raid. Yep.
Yeah. So. That's all about the event. It's just some annoying things.
But overall, sounds like you guys did go out there and had somewhat of a good time. Enjoyed Canada at the very least.
100%.
Met some people.
I do have to say, incredibly proud of, I think, Zan and EW for playing. I think EW always play test with me. We do a majority of the play testing in Illinois. So EW always makes the base of the deck list, which is really nice. So... And then he pilots it well. Obviously, like, you know, some amount of luck comes into this. Losing first round is always kind of
RNG is a big factor in this for sure.
Proud of Zan for getting second. I don't know how he does it, bro. Turns the brain off, like gets second. All right, cool, man.
Sees
like,
the winning pattern.
He actually counted. Dude, Gen Con he could have done better, but he miscounted. I mean, it's not a big deal, but it was just funny.
Miscounted.
Yeah. This time it didn't matter since the Karu, if you put a Kenshin up front, generates 2 energy now.
There you go.
Yeah. There's just that's the thing about the Kenshin with Karu drawing is that because before this is the first deck and set where the end of your attack phase and your end phase are actually like they start to become separate.
Oh, I see. Yeah. You never actually did something during your end phase. Essentially, it was just attack
or at
and
the
pass.
end of your attack.
Right. So if you pass turn
thing.
after attacking without thinking, like always, you're gonna forget to do the draw. Essentially, yeah.
So I mean, I did it a few times.
No, I think Kenshin. Even playing against it, it's a whole new playstyle, bro. I was playing Kenshin the other day, and I'm like, I'm so pissed. I played this body on my energy line at 4 when I could have 100% played it on the front line against Red Kenshin because it would have just pushed me back. You know what I mean? Like, there's a whole playstyle, bro. It's a whole.
At the same time, if you try to play around it and you don't have a thing to back it up. They can just not swing and be like, sure.
Yeah. No, you don't want to do it to the point where you're going to brick yourself. Don't play your double energy gens up there hoping.
At locals, that's happened where people are like, oh, I'll put it up front so I can block, and I just don't swing. And then they're literally, and they brick next turn. I'm like, sorry, dude, but I'm
very
not
good.
Very nice.
That's why that was nice, but.
Oh, man. No, but that's awesome. Hey, well, I appreciate you guys sitting down and doing this, though. Did you guys have any shout-outs or anything that you wanted to mention? Any plugs or anything?
Chupacabra and Card Pop for me. Chupacabra Games and Card Pop, the stores. But
where you play locally? Nice.
Yeah.
Yes. Where we play locally, Chup is in Illinois, and then Sully's Abode is in Bolingbrook. So those are the 3 stores that we play at the most. So shout out to them. Shout out to the people who work there, making our UA scene nice and fun. Colin is a Degen at Choop, and then there's Andrew and Angelo at Sully's, along with Jacob and a
Yeah.
couple others. So really fun. I'd shout out to Zan for dealing with our BS always, and shout out to EW for making us go here. Because honestly, without him making us go, we don't perform nearly as well as we did.
Nice.
So
no, it sounds like
been
the
very
3 of you
fun,
are
yeah.
a great
hype
little team
man.
for sure.
Yeah.
And then Zan can give his shout out. Zan's not gonna give any shout outs.
I'm sure Eric shouts out level 7 enough.
Oh, we love level 7. Hey, that store credit goes crazy, bro. We love level 7.
Level 7 is actually I go
Same.
back for winter and like we played like I played the JJK rare battle, the series 1. I was like, whoa, $80 store credit. I've never
For a
seen
rare
this in
battle
my life,
too,
bro.
bro.
Yeah,
What?
I've never seen this in my life. Like level 7 is actually
We love
all
level
seas
7,
is
yeah.
nice as well, but all seas is so far.
Yeah, no, unless it's like big events or like release or rare battles. Yeah. No, that's fair.
Exactly.
No. Level 7's been dope. It's been working out for us. So hell yeah, dude.
The guy Komanik, the guy who went to Japan. Also shout out to him. He's super
Yes.
chill. He always keeps it updated. He legit had to play 5 rounds to win a tournament. So and it's just a local.
Dang.
So
Just a local.
insanity.
So
yeah,
it's definitely
28
popular out
people.
there. I mean, yeah,
It's
they got
popular
it out here,
Taiwan,
so it's
yeah.
clearly popular. Yeah. Hell yeah. All right, well, I appreciate you guys sitting down and doing this. I'll let you guys go. You guys have a good one.
All right.
Zan, I'll
Yep.
catch
Thank
you
you
around,
very
brother.
much.
Yep.
Yep.
See you.
Take care.
Later, guys.
Peace, peace.